somebody who has rejected a relationship and it was difficult to do so, or has been rejected by a person where you really did feel like there was going to be another chapter or a long-term relationship, but instead you have focused on building a new chapter. The thing is, I feel like you're going to get some sort of confirmation or update on this person that rejected you or you rejected them. And you're going to realize that it was absolutely the best thing that the two of you parted ways at that point. So let's go in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member and how to get a candle that I make. Let's dive in. I think we're going to go with the truth is. What else? So I feel like you're going to get an update on someone who's a bit toxic, someone who doesn't really know how to approach love. We have dying love. The conclusion of this connection is approaching. So you have already distanced yourself, or you have already felt like this was over. But when you hear this information, it's like the period on the end of a sentence, right? Children are involved or soon will be. This could be an update regarding this person and who they're dating next, or whether or not they're starting a family. Hello, Jamike. What's up, Nap in the Matrix? How are you? What else? So, masquerading. Pretending to be what you'd like in a partner. You're going to realize that somebody was in fact lying to you about what they want and putting on a little bit of a play to make it seem like you should choose them, but they're showing their true colors, or they're being exposed based on how they treat someone else, like someone after you. So that's why it's coming through as confirmation that being just friends or not talking to them at all, much better choice. For some of you, this just friends card is, it could be that someone you had been told was only a friend, even though there seemed to be some chemistry between these two. Now there's a child proving that they have actually been together, even though they were claiming to be friends. So we'll see what else we can get here on this. Tell me more. Hello, See the Gray. What's up? Hello, Lemonade. What else? Ten of Wands in the reverse. Page of Swords and the High Priestess. You predicted something like this would happen. It's not even just that it's confirming that the rejection was the right thing. It's more so that you felt like this person was getting into some sort of problem, or this person was dating somebody else, or this person was, I don't know, spending frivolously. You're getting confirmation on something that you predicted would happen to this person as a result of that. So it's like the conclusion of it, right? With the World card, this is like, yeah, you warned this person and they probably didn't listen to you. And now there's an issue here that they have to deal with. And you're like way over there, building your new life. Seven of Cups in the reverse, Empress in the reverse. So the Seven of Cups in the reverse is the clarity that you had with regards to whether or not there was positive or like good intentions operating within this partnership or this group of people. Five of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Lovers. So you made a choice to see some sort of argument or like bump in the road as indicative of larger problems. And as a result, you didn't stick around to see if there was something to work on together. You realized this isn't something that I can convince you of. This isn't something that's going to be like a 2 or 6 month healing situation. This is a bigger problem. I think because you were dealing with somebody who wasn't honest. Queen of Wands, Two of Cups, Moon in the reverse. I think you were dealing with a person who wanted to say whatever would keep you involved or interested, but the reality is they were not being honest about what they really wanted and felt like they found it elsewhere. So you may have rejected them because they were not being faithful, or because you could sense that the interest level was different, or they weren't even being very respectful. Or this person could have chosen another person over you. Maybe they didn't want to tell you at first who it was. But now you're getting an update on this. This is the Situations deck. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. No problem, Vaccinator. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Nicholas. How you doing? So this is a general reading, and it looks like we've got a situation where somebody has or is receiving an update on a previous, probably an ex, but it could also be just someone that was like a situationship or a friends with benefits, and realizing that not being connected to this person is great. I'm going to be a little specific for a second. For some of you, this Queen of Wands is a man who is finding out that their ex is pregnant, but relieved because they stopped the physical intimacy long ago enough where it can't be theirs. So it's like, I guess it's somebody else's problem. For others, it's more so like an update regarding maybe being engaged or some sort of family event. And it could be that somebody's wanting to start a family, or they've adopted existing children. There's this happy event that seems to be plagued with gossip or people being judgmental about what's going on. I think that seems fair, Vic. Yes. You might have to change up how you do the cord cutting then. I'd also wonder if doing a daily cord cutting means it starts to erode the original intent. Triggers: name, car, place. See, rejection is protection. You're going to find out who this person really is and realize that it was actually quite great that you don't have to deal with them anymore. You're going to be like that chick on, I think it was Love Island, but I might have that wrong. I don't really watch those. But some chick said, you didn't steal my man, you stole my problem. This is someone who's realizing that ex or that person where this rejection happened. It's like, I think I'm okay with it. You said, what happened? He said, what? Things are apparently getting pretty crazy, and you are blessed to be at the sidelines as opposed to involved in it. Let's go with, this is the Nightmare Before Christmas. Since we're apparently dealing with a nightmare of a person. Hello, Garfield. How are you doing? What else? Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Presents. And the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Page of Needles or Page of Swords in the reverse. I just think that there are people who are gossiping about a child, gossiping about a baby. Like, who's the father? When were they, like, created? You know, this could even apply to a younger child that's, you know, getting a DNA test even though they're 4. And people are saying, oh, well, I guess it's actually not yours. This rejection helped you avoid a person that seems very comfortable with illusions and dishonesty. 7 of Candles or 7 of Wands in the reverse, and the Moon. So whatever their kind of treacherous pattern is of being someone other than they present themselves to be, you have apparently got some popcorn to be able to watch everybody talking about what's going on with this person and how they have manipulated people and apparently the consequences of their actions. The High Priestess and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, their secret is exposed. People are realizing this is somebody who's scamming people, or this is somebody who, you know, doesn't want to do right by their child. This is somebody who betrays a close friend. They're not able to hide anymore and pretend that they're this, like, awesome person. Judgment and the 8 of Pentacles. The Just Desserts. Now this is so, like, difficult for them to accept. They're trying to figure out what can they do to make people like them again. Wow, okay. 4 of Needles or the 4 of Swords. And the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Candles. Again, that's, I feel like that's your energy. So things have been getting better for you, or they are in the process of getting better, and you're getting this update on things being kind of out of hand and everyone trying to figure out, like, what actually happened and who was with whom. Knight of Candles, Knight of Wands. And the World. Yeah. I don't know who's giving you this update. It may even just be that you see this on social media, but it's like, it's like someone's coming around and offering a very sinful dessert, and I don't know, it's like a triple layer cake, and you're like, gosh, that looks delicious, but you know, I'm on a little bit of a diet. How about I have one of the layers? Can we just like not as much? And I think that's in reference to needing to know what's going on with this person from your past. Okay, so apparently there's a lot of drama, and I guess that they don't really know how to handle it, and there's some people who are talking negatively about them. Okay, but I also feel like I need to focus on more important things in my life. So I guess thanks for letting me know. I know that it wasn't, you know, the right situation for me, but I also don't want to spend, like, you know, 3 hours talking about that person. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? That's fair. because there is humor in it. Hello, Geek. I'm sorry it's not your message, but I do hope that you have a wonderful day. Otherwise, if you were talking to someone else in the live chat, I would just ask that you be a bit more respectful if you come back. If you want to rewind it, maybe a second listen will help you. What I'm saying is some people look at gossip or tea as give all of it to me. I want to know all of the stupid details. I want to know just how bad it is for that person. But I think there is something to be admired in this Queen of Wands who looks at a very sinful dessert, right? Lots of calories, and says, no, I want a little of it. You can, like, thanks for like telling me a little bit. Thanks for offering me the dessert, but I'm not gonna like, consume 3,000 calories worth of cake. So I don't need to know all of the, details. I've got other things I need to focus on. I knew that that person was a liar. I guess now that I have confirmation, it's easier to continue to focus on moving forward, and it kind of frees up some energy perhaps. But I admire that this person's not wanting to just like wrap themselves up in dislike for that ex or the person that rejected them or that they had to reject. It's like, it's more like it, live and let live. I hope you learn something from it, but I'm not going to sit here and take, some crazy delight in you having a difficult time. Hello, B. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Barracuda? I'm doing well. Yes. So 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Hey, it's nice to hear from you. Thanks for the heads up. How's the family? How's your business? That's cool. Let's talk about happier things. I don't want to talk about how somebody's not doing great. Let's focus on the things that are going well and, maybe even just talk about ourselves instead of other people. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, Hermit in the reverse, and the 5 of Pentacles. It's like one of the reasons that I went no contact with this drama queen, the one that you can't trust, the secretive one, was because it was exhausting trying to track down all of the lies and, gotcha moments, and talking about it is just re-involving me in that drama that I spent so much time working to get away from. So sure, serve up a little slice, but I don't want all of the gossip. I really don't need it. Hey, YouTube maid, what's up? So we have the 8 of Cups and the reverse. Another Queen of Wands. That energy is real strong with you. You've come through as the Queen of Wands, like in the same spot. That's crazy. It's always the second row, like third from the end. Yeah. You know that you have more important things to be doing with your time. Okay, we could call it energy as well, but you could waste time worrying about people from your past, or you could put that time into things that build a better future for yourself. And we got from the very beginning that you're over here like busy, focused, looking forward, what makes sense. And you're over here asking me like come back around and dance in that person's sphere, and I don't really want to deal with it. So don't get tricked back into the drama that you walk away from by pursuing too much gossip. If you need to have a little bit of confirmation, I get it. But when you know this was the right thing and you get that validated, then I feel like that's really, it's like, that's fine. We're good. If it was the Olive Garden cheese thing, you can stop. That's good. Yep. That's enough. Nope, no more. Thanks. But I'm good. This is, wait, no. What's the news? What else do we have? Hello, Pavan. How are you doing? Heart to heart, deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. Default on payments, financially incapable and repossessed assets. This friend or acquaintance, or perhaps it's a social media app where you get your information on this person from your past, is likely going to hint at some financial issues or impending financial issues. But I also feel like you might even be falling in love with someone new, or you might feel like it's very on brand for this person from your past to be so caught up in their social life or their romances that they neglected their finances. We've got black sheep, rebelling, going against expectations and defying norms. Wine and dine, courtship, consistently dating, romance and passion, and fed up over it, not having it, frustrated. So even though I think there is confirmation on if there's a child who the father is, I feel like there's someone here who's saying, I'm just going to raise the child myself. I don't want to deal with all of this craziness. For others of you, we have someone who's been less than faithful and struggling with commitment or monogamy, basically losing their roster because there's so much gossip or there's so much upheaval. There's like tension and distrust that gets, I don't know, kind of multiplied. Even though they had lasted quite a long time, being able to keep this secret away from everyone else as far as how they approach things. There's someone who had a short tryst or little relationship, and I feel like they've kind of exposed this person. In part because they might want to make sure that they get paid. They might want to make sure that they get custody or something. But this is like all playing out on social media. So that's why we have so much gossip, and also why you're like, no, I don't want to get sucked into that. That sounds like a bad use of my time. Heather Idris, how are you doing? Let's see what else we get with the pause tarot. What else do we have? King of Pentacles, King of Swords in the reverse, and the Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, just keep focusing on what you need to. You're coming through as the King of Pentacles. You've come through as the Queen of Wands multiple times. So you could have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But this is grounded energy. It's like, I know if I can't find what I'm looking for, I can offer pretty much like what I need. I can handle what I need. I can be self-sufficient. I don't need to be in a relationship if it's at the cost of my own happiness or feeling respected. And this news about this person that you had at one time wanted to be with is confirmation that you can do a lot better if you know how to focus on yourself when the pickings are slim. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Temperance. Dodged a bullet, basically. Temperance is like, yeah, I did the right thing. I figured out what was going on. I'm focusing on work, or, you know, I've been meeting some new people, or I decided to move away. Didn't want to be involved with all that chaos anymore. You don't regret it. I don't even know if you did before you hear this update. But again, it's validation. It's like, yeah, I kind of figured that's how it was going to end. Five of Wands. Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords. I still feel like there's more information that's going to come through for you. Even though you might have been like, you could just like keep the rest of that story to yourself. There's something else. I think it could even be this person reaching out to you, or this person admitting to a third party that they wish that they had chosen you. Page of Swords in the reverse. The Emperor in the reverse and the Empress. Yeah, I think this is someone who is going to end up saying they wish that they had chosen you, or they wish that they had treated you better. They're not really happy with how things are going with this new situation, and they know that you're building some new existence for yourself and not really like missing this person from the past. Hello, Ant, how are you doing? Exactly. All right. I think we'll get a few from the Overthinker's Oracle. This will probably be what the ex is thinking. I'm going to refer to that person as the Hermit in the reverse. And the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the one who has received confirmation, basically, that that rejection was a good thing, or that not being associated with this group or this person. Unrequited love. There does seem to be a lot of drama because there's, it's like there's people in this social group that don't understand the difference between like physical attraction and love, or limerence, obsession. So a lot of confused people. But we have this good karma. So a lot of people who deal with, you know, short relationships or don't really get involved, they could have a roster. They were afraid to commit, but they met you and realized that was... It's like you hadn't been paid your big commission check yet, but you're already out shopping for a really nice suit or some really expensive shoes, or shoot, maybe even a car. It's like, I don't have the money yet, but I want to come back and make sure that I can get this because this is what I want. This person wasn't ready for a relationship with someone like you. This person was non-committal, and they didn't really know what to do with the connection with you. And that's why they chose somebody who is going to be a little bit easier to deal with. Somebody who wasn't as healed or wasn't as, I don't know, self-aware. The problem was they still feel like you're difficult to forget. And you're over here like, no, I kind of saw that you were not ready for a relationship, so that ship has sailed. So even though there is this drama and this desire to kind of like make sure that the reputation is salvaged, this person is also thinking about the Queen of Wands. Maybe after things die down a little bit and there's less gossip going on, I could like come back and apologize and maybe we could get back together? Question mark. How about no? Question mark. See, part of the problem was this is somebody who got influenced by friends or family and they should have known better. I feel stuck with the wrong person and situation. They might have initially thought that they were doing what they should or that it was going to work out perfect. But now all they can do is think about what they could like potentially say to get you back into their life. It's like 10 times harder because now everyone's talking about what they did or who's the problem. I don't know if it's going to go very well for them. Yep. Well, hopefully they learn from it, right? Let's see what we get from the Hidden Truth Oracle. I am waiting patiently. I don't know what comes next. We don't share the same values. I don't know why this happened, but they're still hurting. They still feel like they should be able to find something to get your attention or some way to get you to talk to them. But they got a lot going on right now. You broke my heart. I want to start over. I saved your texts and messages. And do I still have a chance? I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could double check. I'm pretty sure your answer is going to be like, I'm sorry, who's this? Hello, Cosmic. How are you doing? Thank you, cool girl. How are we doing today? Will I meet a new person to date soon? Awesome. I've added that for you. And actually it is already 32. Okay, we'll just grab a few from the Kipper, and then we'll start with the person question after that, okay? All right. What else do I need to know about this rejection is protection thing? There is an improvement in your finances headed your way. Go on, say I claim it. And I feel like there's someone else that the Queen of Wands ends up meeting. Yeah, your money's about to get better in part because you don't have this person in your life anymore. It's part of the reason you came out as the King of Pentacles. So either you move or you upgrade the place where you're living because there's a lot of change happening, in part because you're more financially secure in the future. There is going to be additional information that comes towards you about this person. For some of you, you're going to hear about something regarding health, and for others of you, it's legal consequences, but it would have been connected to something that you talked to this person about needing to change or something that they needed to do differently, right? All right, let's get into those personal questions. This is the Marseille Cat Tarot. For Cool Girl, will Cool Girl meet a new person to date soon? Yes, we have the Queen of Cups. The Five of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So be cautious because I do feel like there's two people here to choose from. What's interesting is, I mean, these are pretty good choices based on these cards, but what else do we need to know? The Queen of Cups is a little bit stubborn and might have some issues regarding their family. So what I mean by that is routine arguments, or it could even be like literal trauma from dealing with their family. With the Fool in the reverse, this leads to them repeating a pattern. I do feel like it's a pattern from the family. So the Queen of Cups might initially be really tempting for you, but the Queen of Cups is somebody who is not as emotionally mature as they would like you to believe, and likely to do something to not prioritize you. What about this Queen of Pentacles? The Lovers. Keep in mind, the Queen does not mean it has to be a woman. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very reliable and loyal. And I do feel like this is one of those times where the Lovers is talking about a soulmate. There's something about this person. It's not just that you have things in common. It's that you bring different things to the table and make a good pair. So we've got the Seven of Wands, which is about divine timing. So it looks like the Queen of Pentacles is the right option for you, cool girl. Two of Swords. You have to be cautious, though, because you might judge these, like you might conflate them. You might think one is the Queen of Pentacles when they're really the Queen of Cups. You'll know which one is the Queen of Pentacles. They also come through as the King of Pentacles, because this is going to be somebody who's good with their money. Not even necessarily saying like they're rich. I'm just saying they're responsible. They know how to budget. They're not going to surprise you with any weird financial things. But I also feel like this is someone who's a little bit reserved, a little bit less talkative than the Queen of Cups. All right. And I appreciate your positive commentary. So I'm going to do your question, Cosmic. What is hidden from Cosmic right now? What does Cosmic need to know? You're welcome, cool girl. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Magician. You got somebody who is trying to come back around. Somebody who would like to make things right, or, you know, find a way to no longer be upset with each other. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I think you're still mad. I think you're like, no, thanks, but no. I'm not interested. You could keep it moving. I think you feel like you've already like washed your hands clean of this connection. Whether it's a friendship or a romantic connection from your past, you're just kind of like, I don't know, man. I think I'd rather wash my hair. I think I'd rather do the dishes. I think this person who's coming back around has strong Aries energy. It could be a different fire sign, but Magician and the Emperor is their energy. Eight of Pentacles. This is a hardworking individual, but I do think that they have a tendency to be controlling. So, yeah, I think you're over it. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Hello, Priyanka. How you doing today? Let's see what we get for you. What are Uday Pratap's feelings for Priyanka and next action? Feelings for Priyanka, please, from Uday Pratap. Nine of Swords in the reverse, Three of Jars, Seven of Crystals or Seven of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Petals or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who's looking for confirmation that they are the only person you're interested in. So there's a concern here that you are flirting or connected to somebody else. I'm going to get you more. Hold on 2 seconds, Priyanka. Thank you, Whitmer. Is my spouse cheating? While in treatment. I sure hope not, but I will ask for you. So what is the Seven of Swords? What are they coming clean about? Okay, so this is, I want to have a conversation and tell you the truth about who else I've been talking to, or I need to have a conversation because I feel like you're not being honest with me about who you're talking to. Are we exclusive or not? Seems to be the thought. I want to know how serious you are. Justice in the reverse, Eight of Wands. Because if we don't communicate about where that line is, then it's too easy to, you know, frustrate each other or cross that boundary without realizing it. What about next actions? The Lovers, Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands. Honestly, this looks to me like this is somebody who's cutting off a person that they're attracted to, but they're more interested in you. It's like they're delivering bad news to someone who they find, you know, interesting, but they're willing to sacrifice that connection because they are more interested in what they have with you. Yeah. You may not even get told about this, but I do feel like there's been someone else interested in your person. This situation makes Uday question whether or not you have something similar going on, you know? Have I said hello to Ruby? Hello, Emma. How are you doing? Let's see. We've got Whitmer up next. We're going to go with the Cats Rule the Earth. Well, because he has to figure out what to tell you. And he's also trying to tell someone else it's not going to work out. I will say this. There is a possibility that when he goes to say, I'm not interested in this other person anymore, that there is, you know, like a response to try to keep him away. But I think this is somebody who is talking to somebody else and trying to cut that off. Ooh, that's such a difficult question. You really want me to choose? I could choose like a specific card far more easily than picking a specific tarot deck, which would be the Queen of Swords and the Egyptian Tarot. But is this how people feel when they ask them who's your favorite child? Okay, I think I would probably choose the Poe Tarot. Just, oh God, this is so difficult to actually commit to that answer. Because it depends on what I'm trying to read too, you know? Anyways. For Whitmer, if you all don't mind sending some loving or healing energy towards Whitmer, if you're worried about this, makes me, you know, want to send you a hug. Is Whitmer's spouse cheating while in treatment? No. Temperance in the reverse. Knight of Swords in the reverse. King of Swords in the reverse. I mean, this could be just saying, like, there's nobody that I really, like, would want to. I think there's been somebody who might have been interested, but I don't think that that was, like, an affection that was returned. This feels to me like my focus is treatment. Why Three of Cups in the reverse? Page of Pentacles. King of Pentacles in the reverse. I think this is like, I don't have energy. I don't have time for it. I've got to be very present and making sure that, like, I do what I need to for my treatment. So I think that's pretty positive. And how does this spouse view Whitmer? Someone who has changed. Your spouse gives you more credit than you might realize. There's something that you've been working on or trying to improve upon. And I think that your spouse is very appreciative. Even if you don't feel like you've made much progress, the fact that you're even, like, sticking with it or still trying, there's this subtle appreciation. Your spouse views you as the emperor. So yeah, I don't know. This seems pretty positive to me. Awesome. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And thank you for hyping if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.